With these massive round-tail distributions these past 2 weeks, I should get about $1,000 in dividends for the month of December, plus or minus 20 bucks. Let's go ahead and take a look at the portfolio. All right, with this screenshot, I have 4 positions in my portfolio. I got 2 from the YieldMax, the Coney, and the YieldMax, and then the 2 round-tail funds of QDTE and XDTE. QDTE is by far my biggest holding. You can see at $13,640. But again, this is today's gain or loss for each position. Luckily, everything was green. It was a really good day for this portfolio. And with this screenshot, this is the total gain or loss since I've held each position. Now, with the round-tail funds, the Q and the X, I've held these I've been building on these since July. And you can see QDTE with today's gains is green. Now, we all know last Wednesday, I think it's December 20th, we got pounded hard. The market got pounded hard. There was a big drawdown. I believe QDTE went down $1.50 or $1.52. And the very next day was that huge distribution of 87 cents. So it goes down $1.50 on Wednesday, down 87 more cents on Thursday. And here we are Tuesday, and it's already recovered, not only from the $1.50 downturn, but from the X dividend of 87 cents. And I'm over a couple pennies here in the green at $6. Now, I know Thursday is going to be another X dividend of 80 cents. So we'll see how long it takes for QDTE to recover from that and hopefully move forward in 2025. And as far as XDTE, my second big position, a round-tail position, it is starting to recover nicely. I'm still in the red a little bit after last Wednesday, December 20th, and that big X dividend of what's in the 60-cent range came close today to breaking even. And again, this Thursday, another X dividend of 60 cents, hoping for the same with XDTE to recover quickly in 2025. And if you look at Coney, I'm down about 150 bucks, and YieldMax, I'm down about 90 bucks. But let's take a closer look at the QDTE and the XDTE in my portfolio. All right, with this screenshot, this is my QDTE position for December of 2024. You can see the 4 weeks there. Week 14 through week 17, those are just the weeks that I just started when I started at week 1. But anyway, here's the 86 cents it paid on December 20th, and on December 27th, it's going to pay 80 cents. But if you add up the dividends, $2.07. Now, I know this is just going to be a one-off because they're closing the book, so to speak. It'll probably go back to normal in January. But for my position with 323 shares, $652 made for the month of December in dividends. And jumping over to this screenshot, the XDTE, again, the 4 weeks here, you can see a monthly dividend of $1.63. So my XDTE position made $267 this month. And if you add up my round-tail positions, the Q and the X, for this month, just from these 2 funds, $920 in dividends. So a great way to end the year. Again, I know this is a one-off. It'll probably go back to normal paying, hopefully between 20 and 25 cents per week, and we'll go from there. And just so I could track these funds, I started this spreadsheet back in the first week of September when I had 131 shares of the QDTE and about 36 shares of the XDTE. And you can see in September, QDTE paid $1.22. The X paid $1.03, but it's just the way I keep track of these round-tail funds. I'm really trying to grow these over time. Okay, let's quickly go over my 4 positions. Let's start with the YieldMax funds, my Coney position. I've only had it for a couple weeks of 200 shares. You can see my average cost right now at $15.07. And my total gain and loss, I'm down $147. Now today was a good day, the half day of Christmas Eve, up 48 cents. You can see I made $96, or it went up in value $96, and finished the day at $14.33. Cody has some work to do, even for me, just to get even. I've kind of promised myself I'm not going to sell out this position. I'm going to hold it long term and just keep getting those distributions, those dividends, and hopefully over time, Hopefully it has that 100% yield will pay for itself within a year, and then it can just run forever, so to speak. My YieldMax position, the weekly pair, is still fairly new. 3 or 4 weeks now. I've had 2 or 3 dividend payments. You can see 169 shares. My average cost at $18.39. It had a really good day today to help catch up from that horrible down day and ex-dividend it had last week, December 18th. But again, up 31 cents, up to $17.85. So keep my fingers crossed. I'm sure that this fund will take up and come close and stay within, 2%, 3% negative to 2%, 3% positive. And again, just going back to the round tail funds, 167 shares of the X, up 14 cents today, finished at 51.75. You can see my average cost is 51.94. And again, the QDTE, 323 shares, average cost of $42 and a dime. It was up 46 cents today, and it finished at 42.12. And if we go back to this screenshot, you can see the total dollar value for each fund. If we were to add up these 4 funds, the total dollar value, you'd get $28,213. Now this net debit up here of $77.87, that's how much margin I'm using from Fidelity. So if I were to liquidate all 4 positions, Fidelity is going to get their $7,700 back, and I'd be left with $20,426. You can see this positive, this plus 320 here, up 1.6%. That was today's market. Not bad, 1.6% on Christmas Eve 2024. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.